Hello, it's Jay here again and welcome to another tutorial. We're continuing on with the day-night cycle. Here's where we left off in the last video. We created all the necessary variables and we got the voids in place ready to be filled out. But before we fill out these voids, we're going to create a finite state machine. And I'm going to put mine here below the void update. You could put yours anywhere in the script. I'm going to put mine here and I'll explain how one works. A finite state machine is a switch block, and I do advise you to read up about switch blocks on the Unity website, but this is how it's going to work. We switch to the dawn state, for example. So we're in dawn. The code in this void will be read all the time that we're in this state. However, the code in these three blocks here will not. So the code won't be read at all in these blocks. However, when we switch from dawn to day, I'm sure you've guessed, the code in these two blocks will not be read, but also the code in the dawn block will not be read either. So it's a great way of optimizing code, making sure only the code we need at that particular moment is being read. So let's go ahead and create it. Now we cannot use a void. A void does not return anything. So we need to use a new function. So we need to use the IEnumerator. This allows us to return something to the script. In this case, it's going to be what case to switch to out of these four. So we'll come here and we'll give it a naming convention, and I'm going to just say time of day finite state machine. We can open and close brackets, we'll open and close there. And then we'll come inside and we'll say while open and close brackets true. And we'll open and close brackets there. So while the object is active, this helps to create an infinite loop. And then we need to switch. And we'll open and close brackets, we'll open and close there. And we'll come inside this first set of brackets. So while this is active, we need to switch something. What we need to switch is our day phases. And as you know, day phases, we gave it this naming convention. So that naming convention underscore day phases is what we need to switch. So we'll paste that in there. And then we'll come inside the brackets here. So in order to be able to switch, we need to create a case for each one of these voids. So we'll do that now. We'll come here and we'll say case, and we want day phase, and we want this one, the dot dawn. And then we want a colon. Now, please note this is a full colon, not the normal semicolon that we would normally use, one of those. So please note that, otherwise it will not work. And we'll come to the line below and then we'll say dawn. We'll open and close brackets, and then we can use the semicolon, the type of colon we normally use. And then we'll come below and we'll say break, and again a semicolon as well. So please note this, what colons are being used. We have a colon and we have a semicolon there and there as well. And then we just need to do this for the other three phases. So next one, day phases dot day, Again, full colon, day, open and close, semicolon, break, semicolon. And we'll just keep going for dusk next. And we'll call the function dusk. We'll break. And finally for night. So here we are with nearly done. Final break, semicolon. We just have one more thing to put in place, and I'm going to come here after this close bracket. Now normally when we use this function we return a numerical value, but we haven't got a numerical value. So what we do is we say yield return, but because we have no numeric value we just say null, and we'll close the line off as normal, and we'll just save that there for the moment. So this is our finite state machine created. As for switching between one case to another, we'll handle that in a later lesson because the code will be elsewhere in the script. And we have one last thing to do in this lesson, which we need to start this state machine. So we'll say start, and we want start core routine, open and close brackets, we'll close the line off, we'll come inside the brackets, little speech marks, and what we want is this naming convention here. So we'll paste that in and we'll put it into the comments, and it's quite simple. This is what we want to start. So we'll say start time of day finite state machine, and you could put on startup if you want. Remember, you can word your comments any way you like, so I'll just leave it at that, and we'll save that off there. So I think we'll leave it here for this lesson, and in the next lesson we'll continue on and we'll flesh out the script some more. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope to see you next time, and until then, as always, bye for now.